Hi everyone, welcome into my Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me to actually support the Tarpon Chamber of Commerce is Miss Jean.
Yes,
Again? I say this every time you come on the show. It seems like it was just yesterday, and it does. It's like a month ago, and we'll be saying this next month.
And we sit here for 10 minutes, catch up, and just absolutely, it's fun.
I know. How are you?
I'm good.
It's so good to have you with us. And we have a guest for the first time. We happen to have from Pineapple Placements, which I absolutely love. No, excuse me, Cypress Run, Robin Creelman.
Yes.
It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You have a whole team you're going to talk about, right?
Yes. The Cypress Run Golf Club is a private golf course in the Tarpon Springs area, and we had some new changes over the last year. October of last year, new management came into place, or new ownership, I should say, and they hired on Shaun McCormick, who's our general manager. And we also hired a new head pro, Steve Martin, and I'm the food and beverage director. Shaun brought with him from Temple Terrace.
So that sounds like one big happy family.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Oh, very absolutely.
Impressive. They've worked together before, have a track record, and when I first met them and they came on, it was like, okay, well, Shaun came on and then he brought his team with him.
You know, I love that because if you work together, obviously you know how each other work and think, and you know that's a big plus.
It does.
It really is. Cypress Run, it has been around for a long, long time. They have a beautiful grounds and golf course, and it's such it's a good feeling when you go in there.
Oh yeah.
And it's so great to have you with us today to talk about, especially since you've been there for a little while and you've got your whole team. Are they making some major changes with the food and beverage, or adding, or what do we want to talk about
We've got a lot going on. This summer we did a complete renovation of our bar and grill area, and then a facelift on our banquet space. So the whole upstairs area where all of our food and beverage take place is brand new. We have a giant new bar.
That we're so gorgeous.
Debuting today.
The top is just this gorgeous, gorgeous piece of granite.
Yes.
I got to sneak preview it when we had lunch there. It's
so
wonderful.
We got everything moved, most everything, and so we'll be previewing that tonight for our members in the chamber that's coming for the happy hour this evening. So.
What time is that?
5:30 to 7.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So
very nice.
It'll be very interesting since we don't have our bar tap going, but everything else is ready to go. So.
Well, they just have to drink something else.
Exactly.
There you go.
We've got plenty of wine and other spirits.
I'm sure that'll work. Right.
Well, we have been partnering for the last quarter with Cypress Run, and as we have talked about, we have lunch on the third Wednesday of every month, and so it's been at Cypress Run this last quarter, and we'll be finishing out next month with them as well. And some of the pictures that I have taken out the windows, there was a flock of turkeys one time when we were looking, and
lots of wildlife.
And then was it 3 or 4 months ago? There was a I couldn't quite tell until I put it on the camera and zoomed in on it, and it was a mother with 2 fawns.
Yes.
And it was just, I mean, and this is just from the dining area you're looking. Can you imagine being out on the course and coming up on all of this? It's just gorgeous out there.
Especially first thing in the morning.
Exactly.
It's just being one with nature out on the golf course and just all of that.
Yes.
So tell us some of the different events that you have planned coming up.
Well, we do quite a few different events for our members. We have different kinds of memberships. We have golf memberships, and we also have social memberships. So when Shaun and I arrived, we have been trying to build our social membership as well as offer more stuff for our golfers to do outside of golf. So we do different events like wine dinners, trivia nights, prime rib nights for our members. This week we have a special wine tasting with Luciano from the Banfi Wine Vineyards in Italy. He's coming over from Italy to talk to us about the different wines that Banfi has. So that'll be fun for all of our members. 4-course meal with 5 different wines that we'll be featuring. So
that sounds really nice.
Yeah, and we're getting into the holiday season, so that's always a big thing. People looking for places to host their company Christmas parties, large family gatherings. We've got great spaces, great dates available.
Christmas stuff.
Christmas parties is always very big, and something people don't always think about for smaller venues, or not smaller venues, but smaller offices or groups, is lunch get-togethers. It's a little bit more budget conscious and a great way to celebrate your team at the end of the year.
And the food is terrific.
Oh, I've been there to eat. It is terrific, but not since you've been there.
Right.
So if it was terrific way back when I was there, I'm going to have to pay a visit.
You are going to have to come visit us. We've
Yes.
done some huge improvements on our menu, larger menu, great choices. The quality of food that we've started bringing in has upped our game quite a bit.
That makes a difference, and I'm sure the members love that.
Yes.
Change sometimes isn't that good, but for me, I love when you do things like this, it just juices things up more.
Exactly.
And it makes it more engaging for everyone. Oh, you know, the latest meals, the latest what's on the menu. They want to come and test it out.
Exactly.
And check you out and see what you've done, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and also just like the last luncheon we had last week, I ordered a club sandwich because I was busy with what we were doing. And when I took a look at the club sandwich, you and I were sitting next to you, I went, I can't eat all of this. And then when I took 2 bites, I said, my Lord, the food, I mean, the smoked ham and the bacon and everything that was in it was just delectable.
Ooh, yum, yum.
Yes.
So how long has Cypress Run been a member with you guys?
Long time.
Yeah?
Since before me. So,
Really? Really?
And I've only been there 18 months. So,
Okay, okay.
But I know that they've been on the rolls for quite some time, so it predates us. So
Exactly.
It's prehistoric times.
For sure.
But you've been involved. Have you had a chance to get involved with some of the different things that are going on with
I
Tarpon
have.
Chamber?
It's been nice to become part of the lunch group and get to meet different people and then create some connections. So there's other groups that I belong to that I've been able to create some connections within the chamber and get them involved in those groups that we have as well.
That's
So-
great.
Well, like tomorrow night, you have an event going
Yes,
on.
yes, we have. They'll be talking about that later. The Taste of Tarpon. We are the host venue for it, so
Nice.
that's always going to be fun. Different places presenting their best foods, and just a fun time to get together and
And we'll have
raise
Sue
some
Thomas.
money.
Sue
So-
Thomas will be on talking about
Exactly,
that in a
I'll let
little
her
bit.
do all of
Good,
all of that.
good. It's always nice to do the testing, you know, and tasting
Exactly.
and all that kind of good stuff. That's fabulous. Is this a brochure?
Yes, this is
May I?
just a little bit, yeah, of
Sure.
our offerings as far as the membership goes.
Very
like
good.
I mentioned, we do have different categories of membership, everything from full golf to younger associates, and then the social aspect. So.
I didn't realize that you had the Young Associate membership. What is that about?
Yeah.
It's for a younger demographic, somebody
What
that maybe I'm 40 and under.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Yes, 40 and under.
Oh, I would definitely think that.
Me too.
You too.
So for the younger group of people that may not get out on the course as often as they would like, it's a little bit better, price point for them, and
Sure.
they still get an opportunity to play in all of the tournaments. We host a lot of tournaments for our members as well
that's
throughout the
great.
year. At least once a month, we have something going on for them. So
Well, that
That's
lets
great.
someone who
That's
has
really
a
great.
busy job, but they're also at a different point in their career, so they can't get out as much to play golf.
Exactly.
So, but they're starting a family, so the price point probably works for them. And maybe they grew up in a golf club, maybe they did not, but then they get into that mindset, and then as they get further along in their career, they're making more money, then they take on a fuller membership.
Exactly.
And then they have more time because the kids are getting older and can start taking advantage of more of the things. at the
exactly,
club.
and hopefully they can take some lessons and get into the game of golf as well.
Yes, the kids.
Yes.
Oh.
That is really a fabulous idea.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I ended up learning to play golf, and I don't get out at all hardly ever anymore. But my parents did that, and then I learned to play golf with my dad. So it's nice to see. I mean, private clubs are so very few anymore that are totally private.
Yes.
But to be able to have the members owning it, and then also making the improvements. The dining area and the bar area have all expanded. They have done some major construction out there.
That's
and
refreshing.
It is.
Having been out there the last few months for the different lunches, watching the progress come along, it's just morphed into something that's very classy, very fresh, and that wood bar with that granite countertop is just beautiful.
We've got some great craftsmen that are part of our membership. So all
that
the woodwork
that
was done by one
really
of our
helps.
members, and
Nice.
the plumbing was done by one of our members. So
Oh, that helps tremendously. They're vested in it.
Exactly.
That's exciting. Well, we are already running out of time. Here we go again.
I know,
Just less than a minute.
Just talk, chat.
I know. Well, you are just such a delight, and you really fit this position, I can see. And it's great to have a team that you can pull together and you've worked with already. It's like you all started a new occupation with the same team, and you hit the floor running, right?
Exactly.
Good for you.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
may have to come over.
You should.
Yeah.
Should join us for happy hour tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, if there's anybody out there that would be interested in coming, come as my guest. Cypress Run will be there from 5:30 to 7. And you can join us, check out the chamber, check out Cypress Run, and you may end up joining both places. That would be wonderful.
you go.
Just might.
That'd be a great deal.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. Hope to see you soon again. And we're going to be right back with more guests with the Tarpon Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into my Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is my guests that are from the Tarpon Chamber of Commerce. We have Jean and we have Amber from actually, it is Pineapple Placements, which I just can't stop looking at the logo and the cards. Isn't it gorgeous? It really is.
Yes, it is.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, tell us all about Pineapple Placements, Senior Living Advisors.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm the owner of Pineapple Placements. I'm a senior living advisor, so I help today's seniors and their families navigate next steps. So if it's staying at home with home health in place, going to an adult day senior, finding an assisted living, an independent living, hospice, home health, the whole 9 yards.
That's wonderful. We need that for us seniors. Yeah.
And she's got a fascinating story of why
Yeah,
she got into this, because when I first met Amber, I thought, well, what are the options? I thought there was only one or two, and she's been in this industry for quite a while.
I've been in the industry about 10 years. I worked for one of the state long-term care Medicaid programs, and my role was a case manager, and I helped families navigate that, what was best for them and what living environment. And I left there and went to a private pay community, and from there I decided to open my own business. So I'm a completely free service to the seniors and their families.
Isn't that fascinating?
I help educate and advocate and just lead them on their journey on what options there are. Like Jean said, there's so many options out there, and families just aren't aware.
They aren't aware.
They're not educated.
That's why we do this show, is raising the awareness.
Raising
So
the
listen
awareness.
up. I mean, after all, we have a plethora of seniors here in Florida, myself included, and it's always nice to have somebody. You're more or less like kind of like the go-between. Like, where do we go next? What do we do? And what about seniors that don't have family here to help them navigate?
And that's
right?
Ideally, yes. I help families, whether their loved ones are here or not. I have a lot of clients whose families are out of state. So I play a median between the current facility that they're in. If they're in an acute care setting, such as a hospital or a nursing home, that's really not appropriate, and they need placement in an assisted living, or maybe they can go back to their home with a home health company with an aide coming out and helping with their activities of daily living.
That's really
So I
fabulous.
provide all the resources to them.
So did you, this is kind of a loaded question, you don't have to answer it if you don't want, but I'm just getting a feeling that maybe you saw some of the void out there.
I did, yes.
And you decided to tap into a niche market to offer all of what you
did.
have.
I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, and during that time, my husband and I became caregivers for his grandparents, and we helped get family involved. But it was, helping and going through that process. My kids had never seen a daycare, so what did we know about assisted living for Mimi? And it just really took to my heart, and to see that there wasn't the sources out there and the education, and just really, I dug into it, and I could never go back. I love it.
You're following your heart.
I'm following my heart.
Oh,
I was
that's
raised by my grandparents from a young age, and then my parents raised me, but it is have a passion for the elderly and helping them.
That's so wonderful. They really are cool people. They've got so many stories to share, right?
I could sit for hours
I know,
and hours
right?
and just listen to stories.
And there are some very fascinating people here that I have run into as well that are, and they're active.
They're so active. Today's seniors are so active.
And, so it's not, okay, do you go to a nursing home? No, that's used to be the way it was. And then now it's, well, I need this for a little while, or I need this something else for a short time. And one of the things that I have seen you do is you are interacting with all these different members that are events, that have all these different facilities and have all different kinds of things to offer. And I'm getting a better feel for what you do.
Yeah, a lot of people just realize you go from hospital or to a nursing home, and they don't realize that all the options out there, independent living communities and senior living communities are really based to individualize the care person's needs. And you could live there, it's like living on a cruise ship. You get your 3 meals a day and your laundry and your housekeeping, but you have the support from care staff when you need it. And families just really aren't educated, so I'm here to do that for them.
And also, one of the things I learned from you too is the fact that there's the larger facilities, there's also the home type of facilities that only have just a few people living there and have and I had no idea any of this existed.
I always tell my clients and their loved ones that we need to look at what's best for the client. Some of us might want to live in a high skyrise that's 500 apartments, but then there are some communities that are 5 bedrooms with 5 residents, and it's it's an a la carte service, so there's no community too small and no community too large.
So it sounds like you really do have a lot of options.
You do.
And really lay it out on the table and help your clients, okay, well, this sounds good, that doesn't sound so good.
And a lot of it's learning the client, and I always tell the adult children who are trying to push mom and dad in one direction, I'm like, well, mom and dad are the one living there, so let's see what they want. You might like pink, they might like green, so let's go here. There are communities that are on the water, and there are communities that are very social, and then some communities, some people don't want to be social, and that's fine.
Sure.
If they want a men's group or a veterans group, in helping put the resources in place. If a family needs power of attorneys or living wills, applications for VA benefits, Medicaid, I'm helped to resource all those services for them.
That's really fabulous.
Yeah, and it's a lot more complicated than you realize.
It is.
And the fact, is that if when my mother is still, knock wood, pretty independent, but it's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, what would work with her would probably be something very different from, say, your mom or somebody else's mom. And it's nice to know, oh, how do I get in touch with you and how do I work through all of this?
Right, and a lot of it is, I'm a firm believer in anything in life, you don't know about it until you go through it. And so until you have that personal experience, it's just so overwhelming. And you can only lean on the internet for so much, especially when we're talking about a care of a loved one.
That's right. And sometimes you just don't know when something's going to happen. I mean, tomorrow isn't promised.
Right.
You never know. And all of a sudden you find yourself as maybe the child, the daughter, or the son, and you can get into overwhelm, whether it comes from a disease that strikes or it's ongoing for any length of time. And to have someone like yourself, it's like a little angel helper out there to just take some of the pressure off.
Well, it can be overwhelming, so where do you even start? And I mean, I just can't imagine, where do you start? How does someone get in touch with you?
My information is available on my website. I can always be reached that way, through the chamber, of course.
Yes,
I'm a part of several senior groups throughout the county. I pretty much do the whole Tampa Bay area, so I'm not just Pinellas or Pasco or Hillsborough. I'll go wherever the families need to go. So crossing the county lines and helping with that placement. Like I said, a lot of my clients their families are out of state, and every state has different rules and regulations. So just helping them realize this is Florida's rules and these are Florida's regulations. So we need to follow them. And that's one of the main things I do.
Are you finding that a lot of families are bringing their loved ones to Florida?
Yes.
As of late?
Yes. Or mom and dad moved down here and their children stayed up north.
And they end up coming down.
And then they eventually end up coming down. They come on down, yeah.
So whether someone is, it doesn't matter what their situation is, you can help them, like say somebody that maybe in the early stages of Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
They're still in a condo or a villa or even a single family home.
Right.
And you help them transition from, okay, well, what do I do? Where do we go?
Right.
Selling the home and things like that.
Yep, they're actually realtors who specialize in selling of senior homes.
Okay.
So they're senior specialists, just like a lawyer or any, a doctor who specializes. We have realtors who do that as well. So they'll come in and work with the family. When I have home health in there, and then we take the loved one out to tour different communities. I'm a believer in seeing multiple communities, so you see all your options. So you don't know it until you see it. And there's communities who are strictly independent, and then there are memory care based communities who truly specialize those with the dementia or any cognitive defect.
Sure. So, and that is very, very frustrating. I have friends that have folks that are in that stage, and it's very, very overwhelming. So you really come in as a great go-between. That's awesome. How long have you been a member with Tarpon Chamber?
I have been a member with Tarpon Chamber since earlier this year.
Yes.
I just opened my company earlier this year, so about 5 or 6 months.
Something like that.
Oh, really?
I love it. We have our breakfasts and we have our lunch, and like Jane said, we have our happy hour tonight. So we stay pretty active.
She's active in the community.
I'm a Tarpon Springs resident, so I like to be in the community.
Oh,
both
good
my
for
children
you.
Go to Tarpon schools, so
oh, great.
I like being a family-based.
How old are your children?
15 and 12.
Oh, lucky you. Oh, the perfect age today.
And the 12-year-old is doing homework in the other room.
Yes. My little one. She comes with me to events. She went roller skating with us a couple months ago.
Skate. This one put on rollerblades, and her daughter was there, and we were all laughing. It was very. It was.
We have a great chamber. We really build true friendships within it and help each other out.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Well, here we go again. 1 minute remaining, so I want to thank you for joining us.
You're
Good luck
welcome.
with this.
Thank you.
Amber, I'm going to keep your card.
Please do.
And because I run into people that, really need these services. So
like I said, I'm a completely free resource, so if they need anything, I'm here to help.
All right.
And it's www.pineappleplacements.com. pineappleplates.com.
I love that name.
Yes,
I think that name is so cool.
right there on the screen. Or if you forget, call the chamber and 757 or 727 937-6109, and we can get you in touch with Amber as well.
Well, thank you for having me.
Jean will hook you up, absolutely. And really, keep this information handy. That's what we do here at We Beam TV, is we raise the awareness in the in the community to let you know what's happening. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more right here on My Chamber TV, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the community. I'm Barbara Marvell Kelly, and we are featuring the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce. I almost didn't get that out.
Again.
And Jean Hungerville. And we also have Sue Thomas, a blast from my past from a number of years ago. It's great to see you again.
It's a pleasure to be back.
And you're here for the Rotary.
I am.
And you're dressed in your Western attire because...
You don't get to wear this very often here.
No, you don't.
Tarpon Rotary is hosting the Taste of Tarpon, and our theme this year is a Western theme. And we encourage people to come dressed like that, but we also encourage our restaurants to decorate because we have bribes. for them too.
Bribes?
Oh, absolutely, bribes are in. Nice gift certificate for the one that comes that has the best dressed table.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow.
And we have a saddle, and where people can take pictures and stuff. So it's a great event.
And when is it?
It is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I have my ticket.
All right, you got your ticket.
But one thing I am going to offer is because we have a $5 discount for people who buy them ahead, and that probably isn't going to happen for your viewers. If anyone wants to come, they will still get the $25 thing. Just tell the people at the desk that they saw us on television.
Okay, so 25. Yeah, exactly. So
that would be
that's
great.
awesome. So for $25, what do they get?
They get to taste food from now about 16 of the top restaurants in Tarpon Springs.
That is huge.
And these restaurants are incredible.
They are.
And it's not just a little taste. I went last year, and
You filled up.
it was a lot.
It was.
Wow.
And I heard that I got a plug from Crescent Oaks, Cypress Run. Oh boy, am I going to be in trouble. Cypress Run, because we are moving to Cypress Run this year because they're bigger and they have been a joy to work with.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
she and Robin, who was on a few minutes
that's
ago,
great.
were working.
Yeah, I think she's had enough of me for a while.
Aw.
But it's a great venue, and these restaurants are just fabulous. And it gives people a chance to see what the restaurants have to offer. Also gives them a chance to meet the owners. And there's something about going to a restaurant where you know the owners. You know the people.
Absolutely.
And I think all of them, except for a couple, are a chain of one. So they really are looking for the business.
So give us some ideas of what restaurants are coming, and we'll give them the plug.
I
that
knew
can
you were going to
think
do
of.
that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me start. Well, Cody's Roadhouse is
Okay.
in. Publix, and I think everybody's been to their deli.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
always good.
Best chicken wings. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
yeah, they are.
Do you know what the different restaurants are bringing as well?
I do someplace else. You didn't tell me to bring that. Backdrafts, Irish Kelly, Tarpon Tavern, Tuscan Sun, Rusty Bellies, Shrimp Wreck, Paul's Shrimp House. I'm going to leave some out and be in trouble here, but you can almost
That
go
gives
down
you
Tarpon
that
Avenue
gives you
and
just
find
just
them.
get
talk
them.
about
Yeah.
a taste. I mean, those are some
Isn't there
big
one
names.
that the next guest who is going to be on here is one of them as well.
Yes, he is.
We just happen to have one coming up next.
If you haven't had their Hawaiian food, it is fabulous.
Yes.
And I ran into them at the Chambers Summer Splash, and I was just going to pull up a chair because their food was so good.
Aw.
Yep.
So it's a great event. It's a fundraiser for Tarpon Rotary. All of the money that we raise for this stays in the community, most of it with our children. Not only scholarships, but we work a lot with the Citizens Alliance for Progress, Cops and Kids, Boys and Girls Club, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. And
That's
we want the kids to have the advantages that a lot of people don't have, so we make money to give it away.
I love to hear that. That's fabulous. You have been with the Chamber for how long?
I retired 4 years ago, and I was with the Chamber for 8 years before that.
Very good.
Yeah, she's the former president. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we work together.
Yes.
Yep.
This is fabulous.
And the Rotary's been a member for eons.
Well, we started in 1927, so probably since 1927.
Okay, there you go.
Our club is about 110 members right now. So we have the advantage of really being able to do a lot in the community. Last year, we took over the Peter T. Asimak Memorial Fishing Tournament with 2 weeks or 2 months to put it on.
That's not
And
very long.
It was not very long.
But you did it.
We did it, and I'll just put a plug in now. It's going to be last weekend in April, so if any fishermen want to come.
Oh,
they're more
that
than
sounds
welcome.
good. You can give any plug with any events that you have coming
And
up.
that one, 100% of the profits on that go to specific scholarships.
Okay.
Peter his two loves were children and fishing in that order.
Oh.
So we're being able to have events like Taste of Tarpon and the Asimak Fishing Tournament just adds that much more money and help to the community.
And you know, that's what it's all about. It takes a village to make things better, and that's exactly what we're doing in Tarpon. I've been living there for 20 years, and I see what's going on. It's amazing over there.
Okay. What does the Rotary do? That was something that when a few years ago when I had first gotten in touch with another Rotary, I didn't understand what the Rotary did, and there may be people out there that don't know.
We're certainly international. We have about 1.2 million members throughout the world, And right now our big thing is to eradicate polio. And there are 11 cases in the world right now.
No kidding.
And unfortunately they are in countries that it's very difficult for us to get into: Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nigeria. And we run into political problems getting our people in. But once India right now is completely polio-free, as is the United States, once we have eradicated it, we have inoculated every child in the country, and that's a job. Then once they go 3 years without having a new case, they are considered polio-free.
Wow.
And one of the reasons we've been able to do it, the United Nations has helped a lot, but also the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has been amazing. They will match. They've had several huge matches. Our convention a year and a half ago, they said, okay, we will match 2 for 1, everything up to, it was $10 million. I may be wrong on this, but close to that. By the end of the workshop, we had raised all the money, and they were ready to match it.
Oh, wow, that's
So
fabulous.
they're incredible.
That is fabulous. Well, it sounds like you will. I don't think you're ever going to retire. You say you retired, but really?
I didn't do it very gracefully, I'm afraid. And poor Jean has to put up with me, and
She's been a great
that she
resource.
does.
Since I've only been in town about 18 months, she's been a great resource with some history and some other good things as well.
I just sort of
big supporter.
I know where some of the bodies are buried. And that
Oh
helps,
my
so.
goodness! Oh. Well, Jean, I mean, she's a mover and a shaker. I'm sure you'll agree. She's doing a fabulous job over there. The guests that we have come on, she has such a great lineup. And you know, that's what we do here on My Chamber TV at WeBeam TV, is to raise the awareness on what's happening in your community. It's my community. I've been living in Tarpon Springs for 20 years. Love it. Wouldn't change it at all. And what I love about downtown Tarpon,
Isn't it nice?
oh, it just has that old town, like when we were growing up, kind of sort of a feel.
Well, you know, there's a pride down there now, where it used to be everything was at the Sponge Docks, and oh yeah, downtown was just a bunch of antique stores. It's not like that anymore. With all of the restaurants, we have a full art gallery. Actually, we have 2 of them now, and there's just so much to do. And the city
Stores coming all the time.
Well, and the city's done a great job of maintaining all of the flowers and everything to make it just look nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. I go down there almost every day for my knee.
Oh yes, for your rehab.
And
yes,
I just love going through there, and they have those signs up, so you make sure you go slow, and it gives me a chance to kind of take a quick little look on what's new.
Well, and speaking of signs, you asked what our Rotary Club has done. If you will look going either way on all of the schools, there's a sign that says drive slowly for children. Those were all put up by our club.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
The city actually put them in place, and we bought them. And so every school has 2 of them.
Nice.
And it just reminds people to take care of the kids and drive carefully.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, with Rotary, it's really important, because Rotary's always there in every community that I have ever lived in. And it's not always apparent what they do, because a lot of it is behind the scenes.
It is.
Yeah.
They don't look for credit, but there's always a fundraiser going on, and it's always based on something for the kids.
And our clubs work together. Several of us went together and funded a student to go to medical school, and he's now working in Africa. So things like this. We partnered with a club in Bali to build a factory for coconut oil, to produce coconut oil. So we're truly so international.
Oh, that's great. I love to hear stories like that.
It's great.
Yeah.
But we also keep most of our money in with our own kids.
With our
In
own
Tarpon.
community.
Yes. Yes. And this tomorrow night's going to be.
Are we going to see you tomorrow night?
Possibly.
I just happen to have a flyer.
Alrighty. Taste of Tarpon. Taste food from many of the top restaurants. I'll tell you, for the names that you named, I mean, these are the big names in the community. So you want to check it out tomorrow from 5:30 to 8. Tickets are $25 in advance, $30 at the door. But if you saw the show today, you get to save a few dollars, right?
Yes, just tell them you saw the show.
Tell them you saw My Chamber TV, and Cash Bar Entertainment, Silent, and Chinese Auctions. And the proceeds are going to help the children of Tarpon.
Right.
at Cypress Run Golf Club.
I love this, and that is such. Oh my goodness, the food! I can't even imagine.
Great food.
Well, and it's such a beautiful place to have it.
Yeah.
I mean, the big windows that look out on the golf course is absolutely
and all the
fabulous.
new renovations. It'll be fun.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're going to be there tonight and tomorrow night.
Oh, two nights in a row.
Yeah,
that's
because we have
right.
chamber happy hour tonight. Taste of Tarpon tomorrow. We were there last week for lunch. Sheesh.
So you've been spending happy hours and lunches there, or is tonight the
Tonight's the first happy hour that we're doing.
first one?
But we've
First
been doing
of
lunches
many, I
for
have
the
a
quarter.
feeling.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were doing that a lot.
That's
so
awesome.
It's fun. Yeah, it's
well,
terrific.
we're winding down again, and it's time for us to take another break. So I want to
Okay.
thank you for coming on. It's so great to see you again.
Nice to see you, and thank you for the opportunity to promote this and Rotary. I really appreciate it.
And I need to go find my Western shirt.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do.
And my one time to wear my hat.
And all the rest of your garb, and get your cowgirl kicking boots.
Oh,
and
yes.
Do your thing. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have another great member of the Tarpon Chamber of Commerce, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, and we're talking to the entire, well, not the entire Tarpon Chamber of Commerce, but the whole show is about the Tarpon chamber, and I'm excited to have you back again, Jean. You always have a great lineup, and I can't wait to hear about Poke Poke Bowl from Lucas Nicolaides.
Correct.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yum, yum.
I
That's all
understand
can
you have
say.
a unique story, right?
Oh, well, I can't be the judge of that, but if you say it's unique, yes.
Well, let's hear it, because you've been traveling around and doing your food, and wonderful. It sounds very different.
Well, it is different, and it's rather strange because I'm actually come from a construction background. Yes.
Go figure.
But when I was born, my dad was in the food-related business, and I just developed an interest in food from a very young age. So despite the fact that I was in construction, this is now, the Poke Bowl is my 6th restaurant, as such, or food outlet that I've had here.
Well, it sounds like you created a niche for yourself. Is it a Poke? Is there a bowl?
It's a bowl. It's a bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it is so yum.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Well, you choose. That's the whole idea. Is you can build your own. We have. We have. Is there a picture there?
There it is. Oh, yes.
Okay, that was a picture of yours, was it? Yes. That was very nice.
Yum.
Oh, this is my one of my favorites.
So-
There's the one that I sent.
Everything is fresh.
It's on the
Everything is prepared in small quantities. I mean, literally enough for just one session, like a lunch or a dinner, and so then the next batch is prepared for the next session. So it's always fresh, and we have a very small menu, and very small selection, but always very, very nice. We have salmon, tuna, scallops, raw. Believe it or not, everybody says when you say scallops, they say raw, and I say yes,
Oh,
it's
they're
my
so
favorite.
sweet.
It's so delicious, and those are the 3 that we have raw. And then I have cooked. I have shrimp, squid, crab, and we have chicken for people who don't like fish. And then we also have vegan or vegetarian options. We have mushrooms. I make beautiful portobello mushrooms. I cook them up. We have avocado. We have tofu. So we can use that as the base rather than the protein. You know, for the substitution for the protein. And then you add vegetables to it. You have a choice of vegetables and toppings. And I have very special sauces that I use.
Oh, he does.
I mean, there's nothing special about what we serve other than the fact, and that's what makes it what I call one of the best meals, because we're basically presenting just about everything the way God made it, and so it's beautiful, it's delicious, fresh, and then the difference is the sauces that we make, and I take great pride in making really nice, I believe I make very good sauces.
Yes, you do.
So it's just putting it together, and we serve it on a base of a choice of either brown rice, sushi rice, which is a sticky white rice, or you can have mixed greens, which is baby spinaches, the different types of greens. And you can mix and match any way you want to. So when you come in, you choose your, you just build it. You look at what we have and you build your own bowl.
Now that I would really like, and it sounds
delicious.
extremely healthy, very healthy.
Very healthy,
And the sauces, I was familiar with some of them because I like sushi, but this is a little different twist on it. And Luke is marvelous at saying, well, this goes with this, and try this, and oh, you want a little bit of this over here, and makes lots of recommendations, and he's never wrong. And
thank you.
In the dozen different times that I've been in there to eat, it's been delicious.
But it's fun because you constantly communicating with the customers, and that's what's so wonderful about it.
Yes.
And you know, I came here to retire.
Right.
Yes.
Of course you did.
Yes. Yeah, I came here
Everybody
to retire.
says that.
Now I work 16 hours a day.
Oh my goodness.
But it's wonderful because you get to meet fantastic people, you know, especially the people in Tarpon. The best.
That's great. How long have you had your restaurant there?
We opened in February, mid-February.
Oh, really?
So not even quite a year. But
Oh, wow. And you're on Dodecan.
Let me help you with that.
This.
Let me
gotta
help
say
you with
this with
that.
Greek.
Dodekanis.
Dodekanis.
Yes.
Did I say it?
Yes, perfect.
12 islands.
I helped you out of there.
My goodness. How do you say thank you in Greek? You just said you knew some.
Evcharisto.
Okay, say it again for me.
Evcharisto.
Efkaristo.
That's good. That's pretty good. That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
I also know how to say sagapo.
Oh, well, we
probably.
all know how to say that. Eh?
That's
Yeah.
about it, though.
Yeah.
So what else can we share about these wonderful bowls? Is it mostly set up in a bowl type of a
Yes,
serving?
it's served only
They're
in bowl.
all sold in
Basically, it's
bowls.
deconstructed sushi. So you have that
Okay.
sushi and you
Yes,
build it up yourself, and it's
I
all
love
in a
it.
bowl. Sushi in a bowl. It's on our.
Love it.
If you look at our, we have a picture up on our window. As you come, it describes it as sushi in a bowl.
Very
So
nice.
it's deconstructed sushi. So
I think
we
John
just.
had my lunch up there a few minutes ago, from my lunch from the other day, which was, sticky rice, and then I
That's
do
right.
salmon
I brought
and
2
tuna.
bowls for you to try out.
Oh, you
2
did?
bowls of food, yeah.
Thank you.
One is with the cooked meals, which is with the cook. I didn't know what you people ate. So one
Yes.
is done with shrimp and octopus or squid.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and crab, and the other one is done with tuna and salmon, just tuna and salmon, and
Which is
with a
my
few others.
favorite.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're there for you to taste when we're done here.
All righty. Well, thank you.
Here they,
Well,
look at this. He's,
But it's,
I-
I've come.
Oh, he's bringing these out
bringing
here?
them?
Come on.
no, he's taking them.
You're going to bring them out here?
I want to show these. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
see. So this is the bowl.
That's the bowl.
Yes.
Oh, yum. These
So when you
There's
open
a
it up,
lot in
there's
there.
a lot in
They're
there.
heavy.
So if you open, this is the one that's done with the what is it? This is the one done with the salmon and the
shrimp?
the
Smell.
the salmon and the tuna.
Yum.
And no, this is the one done with the shrimp. Sorry, this is the one done with the shrimp, and the other one's done with the tuna and the salmon.
Boy. Oh, boy.
And when you food
Aren't
should
they
always
lovely?
not only taste good, it needs to smell good and it needs to look good.
Oh, my goodness.
So when you smell that, the whole idea is to get this aroma,
Yes.
which is what I try and do with my sauces, so that when you get it, you know, you enjoy it before you even eat it. That's what you
Yes.
try to do. It helps me a little bit to
Well, that's being in and of the moment.
That's right.
And
that's right.
savoring the flavor and
Yes.
the aroma.
Yeah.
And the combination of the warm rice underneath, and then you have
Yes.
the cold fish on
Well,
top.
it's
and
got
then
a bit
the
cold now, but yes.
And then the vegetables around, and then
Yes.
look at the different sauces that are on there, and then
And
the
you know,
condiments.
it's so different from what's done. We were very concerned when we opened, because that's a niche market on the sponge docks, right on the sponge docks, because
yeah.
we're on the sponge docks. To be there amongst
yes.
all the Greek food, because people come there for the Greek food. So
Yeah.
we were not 100% sure. We weren't sure of how it would go, but praise God, we're doing very well.
And so
Great support from the local people.
When we did
it's
the
not
ribbon-
Greek food,
Nope.
it's a combination of
Hawaiian, Japanese fusion.
Japanese. Ha! How about,
And of course,
who knew?
the chamber have been fantastic. They always help us to promote the business. They were there when we opened.
We did a great ribbon cutting.
I bet you
and
did.
Hawaiian
Yeah.
music out.
They
and
did,
had
yes, it was
plays,
super. And they got so many people, so many members of the chamber came, and we were very flattered. It was a great honor.
that's
The mayor came, of course, and it was a great opening. We were very, very honored. It was a wonderful thing. But it's Tarpon Springs.
and that's the village.
Yeah.
It's all about the
You know,
village.
my daughter was at a university in Tampa for 5 years, and we lived in Atlanta. So we used to come down 4 or 5 times a year with her, and every time we came down to Tarpon Springs. And after we'd done that a few years, she stopped the university. We continued coming down. And eventually I thought, no, this is where I want to retire.
Oh, isn't that
So,
great? I was just saying in the last segment, I live in Tarpon. I've been there for 20 years, and it just has that charm.
Yeah, I love it.
Old
I
world charm
absolutely love
from
it.
years ago. History, so
yeah.
much history.
It is beautiful.
This is so easy to find too, because
Yeah?
when you drive down the Canese,
Yes.
and I did pronounce it right.
You got it perfect.
Worked on me. I've been worked on the Canese.
We better say it right?
You get down to the almost to the end, and the roundabout, and you go halfway around the roundabout,
And
if
it's
you look,
right there.
and it's right there to your right.
Easy to find. Good.
On the way to Rusty Belly's.
Oh, okay.
I have to add something now. We're in
Okay.
the process of getting a beer and wine license.
Oh.
So that's going to make it a lot better because now people can come and have some wine and a beer. We're going to we're having like a patio deck outside the front. We're going to be able to seat 16 to 18 people out there.
Wow, that's nice.
And it's beer and wine, and we're going to be, now I'm plugging my place a little bit if that's okay.
Absolutely, that's what you're here for.
We're going to be serving the beer and wine and wine-based cocktails at really affordable prices. I know other places charge a bit more, but we're going to be literally, I would say, at about 60% of what other people charge.
Did you hear that? Oh,
yeah.
I
We're
like
going to have
that.
to do a special announcement and get people in for that. That would be
Yeah.
really good.
Well, let's wait for the license approval. We've got
Okay.
approval for the increase in the seating capacity. That's a great thing. And then now it has to go to planning, and then from there it goes to the city. It goes to Tallahassee to the hotels and restaurants, and it's a process that usually takes a couple of months. So we're waiting with bated breath and looking forward to it.
Sounds like you may ring in the new year with all that.
Well, we will. That would be nice.
Oh, wouldn't that be terrific?
It would be great. You know, up until now, we haven't really got many of the tourists because the tourists really come down. That's a niche market, and they go to the places they already know or that have been publicized for years.
I get that.
So,
But the
locals have supported us. We've got the support.
And that's what we need. That's what you need.
And
right?
that's been wonderful.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful. For that, I need to thank the public. It's been wonderful.
That's so great.
You do realize that John was sneaking these into the back room.
Is that what they?
Yeah, he was going to sneak in the back there.
Oh, is that what you?
Yeah.
He knew, and so we now
Sneaky
have
man.
rescued those so he doesn't get them.
I'm sorry I never brought more. I didn't know.
No,
I didn't
we'll
realize
have
how
you
many
back.
people it would be.
We'll
but
have you back.
You can share it.
Yes, no
Tomorrow
problem.
And Luke,
We have just a few seconds.
Was at our Summer Splash and will be at Taste of Tarpon.
I'll be at Taste of Tarpon
That's
tomorrow.
right. We
So
were
if
talking
you're
about
coming
that.
there, you can come and have some more there.
All right. Well, we're
Okay.
going to take a brief little time out, and if you want to really test this out, you have to go to Pokey Pokey Bowl, and it's all about what's in the bowl. And let me tell you, this is weighty.
Yes,
it is.
and that's our medium bowl. We have
Oh
three
my
sizes.
goodness. We'll be right back after this. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Luke.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Welcome back in, everyone. We have an extra little segment here to talk with Jean from Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce. A lot of things going on in the community, and that's one of the reasons why we're here on My Chamber TV, brought to you by WeBeam TV. So welcome back in this area where we're going to talk about more things going on in Tarpon. You have no idea, unless you tune into our show or go walking right into the Chamber of Commerce, will you know what's going on. Or if you live there and you're a member, right?
Exactly. And there's all kinds of stuff. And if you are in Tarpon, just walk in. We are on the corner of Pinellas and Tarpon, and we're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5. We also have down at the marinas, we're open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 3:30. And we have all of the information that we were talking about here. We also have cards with everything that's going on. And I think there's something that goes on every single weekend. It's amazing.
Yeah, there is. And during the week as well.
Well, you know, what I find really kind of amusing is people came here to retire.
Sure.
And so every weekend there's something going on.
I know.
Are they retired, or you just you have to get a calendar once you retire?
I tell you, it wasn't Luke from Pokey Bowl. He was a hoot. That's exactly what he said. He came down here to retire. And he's in this niche market now with these lovely bowls that you should just smell the aroma.
We had to cover them up because the aroma was so yummy. We were just going to start eating them right here.
So, and he's going to be at the Taste of Tarpon.
Taste of Tarpon
tomorrow evening?
Yes, that is tomorrow evening. Let me tell you some of the things the Chamber's got going on. Oh, there we go, Taste of Tarpon. Tonight we have at Cypress Run from 5:30 to 7 again.
Right.
If you are interested in coming to that, come drop in. You can come as my guest. We'll let you in the door, show you around the club, introduce you to some folks. You'll see a little bit of what the Chamber's going to do, but it's primarily focusing on Cypress Run and all their beautiful renovations that are going on. We talked to Robin about that. She is such a gem to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I can tell.
If you have the idea that you want to have a small party or a large party, she's just a joy to work with. I've been doing these lunches now for the last 3 months with her, and she just anticipates things that I didn't necessarily anticipate. So then one of the other couple things that the Chamber's doing right now is we have our visitor's guide. People that come in and talk to us about what's there to do in Tarpon, or I need a map. We put a new visitor's guide out every year. People will call in and we'll mail it to them along with some other information. This is something we're working on right now. If you're a Chamber member, you can advertise in that, and that's our premier advertising piece. We have a company called Lunar Cow out of Ohio that's a Chamber member. So we have members across the country that are putting this together for our Chamber members. The cover on this is going to be a surprise. I okayed it last week. One of our local photographers took a picture of something at dawn that is breathtaking. It's going
in Tarpon.
In Tarpon.
Of course.
It will showcase Tarpon in a new way. I will give you a little hint. Yes, it has to do with the sponge docks, but it's in a way you've never seen. Unless you're up at dawn. It's wonderful. So if you are watching this and you are a Chamber member and are interested in being in this, I will tell you Quality Inn has the back cover. He was on the phone Shaun, when he heard about this, he said, I have to have it again this year. He has a priority. So it's very popular, and it's something that everybody new to the area or visiting picks up and comes in. Also, this is the time of the year where we have new board members coming in. We have 4 brand new board members coming in. You will be meeting them over the next few months. We'll have our annual meeting coming up in a few weeks and our retreat planning for next year. So it's not just all about events that we have going on. First Wednesday of every month is Good Morning Tarpon at the Copenhagen. We've talked about that. I'll have to have them come in. You will find them delightful.
Sure, absolutely. Next month, maybe.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. And then we have in December, the 2 big Tarpon events are December 7th is Snow Place Like Tarpon. The city puts on a show with the streets are closed. There is a snow slide for the children with 3 slides that come down off of a big truck so that the kids can go sledding. Snow coming off of the roofs in downtown. How they do this, I'm not quite sure. But you see kids standing out there with their tongues out picking up these snowflakes that are coming off the roof. It is a absolutely winter wonderland. There, it's on the first Friday, so it's December 7th. Then at 8 o'clock that night, there will be a boat show down at the Spring Bayou, the boat parade. Chamber sponsors the Santa letter writing. So out in front of the chamber office, we have kids coming up writing letters to Santa.
Aww.
And if your kids want to take this home, they can write the letter to Santa. And we have the Santa mailbox at the chamber. It's outside of our front door. So we've been doing that every year, and we're going to continue that this year as well.
I love to hear that for the kids.
And then the next weekend is the Christmas parade on the 15th. It's Saturday at 10 in the morning. And last year it got a little rainy, a little cold, but this year I put in an order.
Did you?
Hopefully we'll have good Florida weather for that parade on the 15th. And 500 people are in it.
Isn't that
between
amazing?
The bands and the floats, and we're going to now have 2 Jeep parade units that are coming in. It's Pasco Sheriff's, but then we have some chicks with Jeeps that I got a call from a couple of days ago that want to be in this. It's a new club that's formed in Tarpon. So I'm dying to meet them. I think they would be interesting chicks.
Absolutely.
So that'll be in the parade. So,
fun.
And of course the band and just all the other good stuff. But coming up more immediately, we've got a lot of different things. Brooker Creek Preserve is one of our members.
Creek.
This is this Saturday, and there is a lot of stuff going on. This is Happy Halloween, quite a number of things. The kids can be occupied all day long. So that's one of the neat things. Also coming up this weekend at 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock at Lowe's, the police department gave me this. This is the Touch a Truck, Dress Up. It's the city's, it's up at Lowe's on 19, and it is going to be costume contests, and they'll be passing out treats. And again, all of the different fire equipment and things, the Touch a Truck for the kids.
Fun, fun.
Had that. And coming up November 5th, going to the next week, we have had throughout the area, up and down the bay here, all the various dolphins. There's the Dolphin Trail. Well, in the chamber, we have a dolphin, and I'm going to, Luke has got to be here and tell me how to pronounce this. Demosthenes. Demosthenes, the dolphin, was donated to the city by Umbenhagen Associates. That's an accounting firm and investment firm. They have now moved it down to the marina, and it is going to be dedicated on November 5th at 4 o'clock. It's been mounted.
Nice.
And anybody can join us for this. 4 o'clock on Monday, November 5th. The dolphin is going to be dedicated to be, it's down at the marina on the Canese.
Very
so
nice.
I'm excited about that. He sat in outside of my office for quite some time. Now he's out where everybody can see him, and he can be part of the Dolphin Trail where people can have pictures taken. He is so cute. He's just adorable. Then, same week, November 8th, Thursday, Tarpon Springs Community Garden Jessica's Garden. This is brand new. They are going to be dedicating this garden. This has been coming since I moved here about 18 months ago. They have been having this at noon, the grand opening gala, and it is right there on Ring Street, and I'm excited to see this. This is going to be a neat community garden, something that is part of what we do in town.
Of course.
And then actually on Saturday of that same week, if you have things in your garage or in your attic that you want to get rid of, the Tarpon Springs Yacht Club is having a junk in your trunk. Bring it in. It's going to be a yard sale Saturday, November 10th from 8 o'clock until. If you need more information on that, you can call Marion Godwin at mgodwin2002@msn.com or Marianne Irving at mirving2@tampabay.rr.com. They don't have a phone number on here, but you can call the chamber if you didn't get all of that down, 937-6109, and we can get that for you. But you can reserve a space for $15. It's rain or shine, but it's a yard sale. And if you don't have anything, you can come and buy.
There you go.
Can always collect this. I am a yard sale nut.
I like to do yard sales.
It's so fun.
It
I
is.
have found some of my best
I have
treasures.
too. I found antiques and everything at those.
My family does this at Christmas time. We do a Chinese auction, and it all has to come from yard sales, and we give each other a prize for who comes up with the most unique. So I will definitely be at this. This is something that's going to be fun because it'll be something completely different from South Carolina stock.
Excellent. Yeah,
again,
it'll be all new for you.
So that's going to be.
We've got 30 seconds now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mark your calendars for Thanksgiving weekend, Small Business Saturday, and November 24th and 25th. You'll hear more about this when I'm here next month. But the Chamber is having the Arts and Crafts Festival.
Cool.
It'll be on Court Street in downtown, and all of the downtown merchants will be having a sidewalk sale at the same time, which is something that you don't normally see.
No.
So
that's going to be fun.
Sidewalk sale on Tarpon and the adjacent streets, and then in Court, we've got the festival.
Awesome. Boy, you are loaded right up, aren't you, girl?
I'm busy.
I love it. Well, we love you for joining us here today on the My Chamber TV featuring Tarpon Chamber of Commerce. Hopefully now you have a better awareness on what's going on. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.